Hey everybody, ciao ragazzi, back here in Texas. Time to do a video on updating the shift lever software for Shimano Ultegra DI2. You can take this to a bike shop and do it, but there's also, you can do it at home. There's a few things you have to purchase. You have to download the eTube app. I'll put the parts that you have to purchase in order to complete this update for the shift levers down in the description. I think that's easier than trying to flash the picture of it up on the screen. One of the tools, if you purchase the bike, it's like a little tool to unplug the cables, and that may have came with the bike. That's how I have the one. It came with the bike when I purchased it. So we'll go over the parts and then we'll go over what you have to do to update. And this will be my first time doing it, so we'll see how it works out. The first thing you got to do is download the Shimano eTube app. This is what it'll look like on the App Store. All right, here at the workbench, the first tool that may have came with your bike is this little cable. It helps with grabbing onto the DI2 cables to pull them out with this little grip at the end. And then you're going to need an actual DI2 cable, which will look like this. I'll put the part numbers in the description. But you can see how this fits right on here. Because I've tried to do this without the tool, and it is really, you can do it, but it's really difficult. This tool just makes it so much easier. So you'll need this tool, you'll need a DI2 cable. I'll put the part number in the description, and these come in different lengths too. I believe this one is a 1200 millimeter. And then you'll need a DI2 junction. And this is what it looks like. It's just a little piece, it's just a little coupling. And it'll fit right inside. Here's where the tool comes in, because it's hard to grip this with your hand. So, and you'll hear like a little snap. And that's when it engages. And even pulling it out, having that tool is really essential. Okay, first thing you got to do is turn the Bluetooth on the rear derailleur. There's a little button, and it is really hard to find. You can barely see it. It's right here. And you just push it and hold it, and it'll start blinking blue. See? Blinking blue. And then that should allow it to sync with the app. So, yeah, see what I mean? What? Connect. Oh, it says it's searching. All these other YouTubers make it look so easy. And you go to a bike shop and they just wham, bam, connected. Oh, and my light's not blue. So let's try this again. There we go. And then you just register. And so I think it's connecting pair. And you don't want to do the passkey, you just want to do later. Sorry, I got all this reflection. Trying to get it. I mean, this is what it takes. And you need this app to adjust the rear derailleur. Do not save. Connected complete. What? Now let's see. So I have, let's see what it's the update. You can see across the top. No firmware updates. So the rear derailleur is the latest, but it's not seeing the shift levers. And so what you have to do is, I'm going to read it. It says, click the firmware version, press and hold the lever. So the left lever. So let's give that a click. Okay, so that one showed up. Whoops, I'm doing this terrible. Update available. And let's try the right lever. So that'd be the same thing, you just click it. Okay, and then so it shows update available. And then it'll give me, it will give you like a PDF of what you have to do in order to update this. And that's where I'll go into the video, because what you have to do is unplug the cord that goes to the front derailleur in order to connect to the battery. I don't know if I can try and download this and maybe I can post it. And then you're going to plug in your unit. So let's go through that process. Let's try. So what you want to do is unplug the cable that goes into the front derailleur. You can see where it comes out of the frame and goes into the front derailleur. So this wants to just get, this is where the tool comes in. So you just want to unplug that. And it has like this 90-degree fitting on it. And then the cable and the connector this is where it's hard doing this by yourself. So then we have the cable, and that's going to get plugged into this is the cable, and this is that coupling that you had to purchase also. So this just gets connected together. And you can see you need this tool even to get this plugged in. And then you're going to plug this into your front derailleur. And this is where you have to actually pop this off. Whatever you do, do not lose this little 90-degree connector. And then we're just going to grab this, and you just have that little click. And now I have my first problem. Is it says minimum 1200 millimeters, and I'm not long enough to reach the lever. So now I have to see if I can pull some of this cable out. Hopefully I have extra down in the seat post. I guess so. Does that make it? Yeah, it looks like that'll make it. So I think I'm supposed to go into, you can see this plug. I'm supposed to be in the lower spot. All right. So this is just like a little, just a cover, and it just pops out. You probably have seen these part of the bike. It just seals the hole up where the cable plugs into. I guess if you were gonna plug a remote shifter in, and so then you just take the cable and plug it in. So now we're connected. Now let's go back to the app and see now the app closed out. Really? So wait, now it backed out. So my bike disconnected from the app. So it dropped me out, I guess because the phone shut off. Now what? Where? Later. Yeah, I think I do not save. Now where's my update? I guess I got to do this again. Hit the lever. All right, it says update available. Now what? Why is it not? Why won't it? Really? Update available. I'm on the left. So why won't it? Why won't it do that? Am I in the wrong plug? Maybe I plugged it into the wrong spot. Maybe I'm supposed to be in the upper one, because there's 2 holes there. Let's see if that did it. So now why won't it? Let's disconnect it and try. Oh my God. Let's try to connect it again. Later. Maybe I had it plugged into the wrong hole in the shift lever. I guess I better take a break and do you want to see the passenger server passenger? You will not need to enter passenger. No, do not save. Bike connected. Shifter wired. Update. Now it says okay. I guess I had it plugged into the wrong hole in the shifter. What do I have to read the? I guess I had her agree to it. I don't know, everybody fast forwards to the end when you watch other YouTube videos on how to do this. That's where I did watch one other video. I don't remember whose video it was, and they recommended the 1200 millimeter cable. Obviously not long enough, because I had to pull the battery cable out of the seat tube. And I'm not sure. I guess I had to disconnect the bike. I guess that's the thing. You have to disconnect the bike, wire it, get everything plugged together, then reconnect the bike so it recognizes that this shift lever has been connected by the wire, enable for you to be able to update the software. And it's definitely a time-consuming thing. We'll come back when it's complete. All right, we're back after that break. So the left lever is updated, and if you notice, it says wired. So now we'll go to the right lever. We'll unplug everything and plug in the right lever and be right back. Okay, I'm gonna say the one step that you have to do is you have to plug, because I plugged the lever in and it still just says update available. It doesn't show that it's wired. So I think you have to disconnect and then reconnect the bike. So let's see if that's what works. And I guess once you pair it once you push the button on the rear derailleur and it's blue, and you stay within range, I guess the bike stays connected, so to speak. So we'll see if it shows up wired. Okay, it does. So that's what you have to do. You have to plug it in, disconnect it, and then reconnect it so that it sees that the shift lever has been wired. See, because it says wired, and then it enables you to click the button in order to update. That's annoying that you have to look at this thing to read it, the licensing agreement, to get it to start updating. All right, we'll be back because this takes a few minutes. This is boring. Yay! We got it all updated. I guess it doesn't see the other lever, so that's why it's... Now I gotta push the button again. I don't know. I'm not gonna say I still don't like mechanical shifting. So there we go, latest. And now getting it all plugged back in again. I would say you definitely need this tool because it makes it so much easier unplugging these cables. Got to give it to the Japanese for making that little notch on there. And this is where, I don't know if you can see this, but this has to fit in here. So it's actually grabbing the notch. And the tool is actually going to go not on the cable, on this little 90-degree connector. And now, because I was short on the wire, I had to pull it out of the tube. And hopefully I can just get it to go back in there. Oh my God. Without taking the seat post, the rear wheel off. Needle nose. Needle nose pliers. Maybe that'll help. Yep. Just don't squeeze too hard. Really? Am I gonna have to pull this damn seat post out? You know what I say? If you live near a bike shop, there we go. I guess it. If you live near a bike shop and they have the laptop software version, because now I can't even see. There it is. And then you're just going to get that tool even, doesn't even feel like it clicked in. Really? I think it's in. Yeah, it barely clicked in. Does it work? The rear works. All right. Software update successful. All right, got it all updated. Like I said, when I was getting it updated, I think if you live close to a bike shop and you can just drive over and they can plug it into a computer, because I don't remember exactly, I think the cable was like $40. So you might want to check and see how much a bike shop charges to update the software and the shift lever before you take it on yourself. Or if you just like doing things yourself like I do, you know, give it a shot. It wasn't really hard. It was a little tricky because nobody ever mentioned that you have to disconnect the bike and reconnect it when you plug the cable in. So we're all ready to ride, gave it its test. Well, I hope somebody found that interesting and helpful. I know I learned some things just doing it. I thought it was real straightforward. You just plugged in the shift lever and updated it. Well, anyway, thanks for watching. Ciao, ciao.